And President Trump putting the military front and center, becoming the first president in nearly 7 decades to speak at the National Mall on the 4th of July. Good morning. I'm John Scott, in for Bill Hemmer.
And I'm Alicia Acuna, in for Sandra Smith. The Salute to America celebration drew thousands to the mall despite some rainy weather for a celebration that featured fireworks, tanks, and dazzling flyovers by the Blue Angels. Critics feared the event would devolve into a partisan rally, but the president steered mostly clear of politics, highlighting our country's unique history and those who sacrificed to make the American dream a reality.
Today we come together as one nation with this very special salute to America. We celebrate our history, our people, and the heroes who proudly defend our flag, the brave men and women of the United States military. As we gather this evening, in the joy of freedom, we remember that all share a truly extraordinary heritage. Together, we are part of one of the greatest stories ever told, the story of America. It is the chronicle of brave citizens who never give up on the dream of a better and brighter future. In 1963, Reverend Martin Luther King, Jr. stood here on these very steps and called on our nation to live out the true meaning of its creed and let freedom ring for every citizen all across our land. It has willed our warriors up mountains and across minefields. It has liberated continents, split the atom, and brought tyrants and empires to their knees.
White House correspondent Kevin Corke is reporting live from the presidential mansion. Fair to say, Kevin, the president was happy with the way the Salute to America event unfolded?
Yeah, I'd say manifestly so, John. And to be clear, I mean, from the tweets to the reaction to his speech, the wet weather notwithstanding, I think it's fair to say the president was very pleased with how the Salute to America all worked out yesterday. It was quite an event and something to see for the American people. Not to be sort of unfair to suggest that everybody in the crowd was there for the event itself. A lot of folks just want to see the fireworks. But no matter the reason for being in the nation's capital yesterday, it was memorable as the president paid tribute to those who not only forged history, he also paid tribute to those who preserve it and preserve the peace.
As long as we stay true to our cause, as long as we remember our great history, as long as we never, ever stop fighting for a better future, then there will be nothing that America cannot do.
A rousing reaction to the president's comments yesterday, and aside from the music and the speeches and the salutes to the heroes here and in the past, there were a number of flyovers, John, mostly of military aircraft, which really seemed to thrill the crowd. Despite all the heat and the humidity and the rain, it was a lot of fun to watch those fly over. Of course, the evening culminated with an incredible fireworks display, dampened only by a bit of cloud cover and intermittent rain showers, but that was not enough to dampen the spirits of those along the mall and those watching all around the nation's capital. It was quite a scene down here in Washington, John.
Well, the president may have been happy with it, but not everybody was. There were a lot of protests over this event, right? Tell us about that.
Yeah, you're right on the money. Listen, protests are fairly common here at the White House. We see them just about every day in some variety or another. But yesterday, they took a bit of a dangerous turn for a while. At least one demonstration, John, got so out of hand that protesters burned an American flag, only to be confronted by other Americans. That led to a bit of a dust-up between competing groups, and unfortunately it resulted in an injury to at least one Secret Service officer. A couple of people were arrested following that incident, but that is something we have come to expect here in the nation's capital from time to time, although you don't usually see it get so out of hand over here on Pennsylvania Avenue. By the way, there were some Democratic presidential candidates that were critical of this particular event by the president. They said he was trying to make the holiday all about himself. But if you listen to the comments in the speech, it looked like he steered clear mostly of all that. John, back to you. By the way,